Hello, hello, welcome. So today, happy Wednesday. You're here with Sandra's Stamp and Craft Studio. I feel like I've been out in the rain. Never mind, you'll be seeing the table most of the time. So I promised you on Sunday that I'd do some more with the coffee set, the Latte Love, or a Little Latte. I think that's the name for the whole collection. So I'm going to get you down onto the table and get me in the corner, move you over there so you're away from the mat, and there we go. And here we're going to craft. So this is the set. I said on Sunday that I am not a coffee lover, but I like coffee flavoured things, and we had a little bit of a debate on the teas and coffees, etc. But this is just such a nice sweet, and I've got reasons why I'm going to use it, but so it's really good. I've got the papers here we went through on Sunday, so pop back if you haven't seen them, pop back to Sunday's recording. And I've got a screenshot up here on my MacBook of some cards that were done for the release that went with the suite when it was released. I showed you one on Sunday, but you know what? I think I prefer the ones that I've got on here now. So we're going to copy some of those. We'll see how we go. Hi, Linda. Just going to recap the one that I did on Sunday for those of you who didn't see the Sunday one. So this was the card. I've used vellum on here for the carafe piece, the glass effect piece. I've used some of the gems that have got swirls on them. I cut the greeting at a diagonal through the middle of the words so that looked better. It's staggered like that to fill the gap. And of course we had all these beautiful cups down here, and then because I forgot on air to do the envelope, I did the envelope after I came off air. So that was Sunday night's one, so you can pop back and see how I did that one. So I'll pop that to one side. These papers are gorgeous. Like I say, I can't keep this from closing down, but I've got a nice blue one on here I really fancy playing with tonight, so I'm going to just jump through. I had looked at one that we'd already looked at the other night, but I think this one's going to be nicer, so let's get this one out. This is the coffee splatters on the table. Hi Lynn, nice to see you again. And these are the blue stripes on the back, so we're going to be using Lost Lagoon on here, and I think I'm going to I might need to cut some more of the cups out. So if I bring that one out, there are a few more blue ones on there. So I'm going to get rid of that onto the floor, grab my trimmer, and I'm going to start by grabbing the Lost Lagoon card. Just because it's a bit of a change. There's no blank ones in there already, so we'll take a whole sheet. So as always, we're going to score down the middle, 10.5 for the UK size, and then cut it on my little red dots up here. I don't know if you can see on air, but I've got a dot at my 10.5 and a dot at my 14.85, which is just 1.5 mils under the 15, and that is exactly in half. So I'll fold that one, crease that, and pop it in the back of my packet here. This is a DL card, so I couldn't use that one. And we've got that in there like so. Or could we? We could have used that actually. So I've got a mark on that one, but we'll use that one up front so we can stick something over the top with the paper. Oops. Now I want my striped paper. Now the design that I'm using that Stampin' Up had on their artwork is actually coming down the page. So I'm going to use those stripes coming downwards. We don't want the full width of the card. So let me just see what width I'm going to have on here. So this is 10.5, so I want, say, from about there, maybe 1 centimetre each side. So let's go down to 9.5 on there. And take this strip all the way down. So chop that there, and make sure it's lined up at the bottom as well. So we've got that whole strip. Oh, we've got lots joining. Hi Angela, hi Gillian. And then this end, I think it's the full height of the card. So we'll go that 14.85 at the top here. Okay, my stand is in a slightly different position because I used it for Pilates on Tuesday night, last night, and of course it never goes back on my desk in exactly the same position. I'm going to cut this twice because I think we could do 2 the same. That of course will go in my scraps. So if I take the other card base back, we can see how far we can get with doing 2. So this is going to come on here like so. I could actually take a little bit more off because that's not as big as I wanted. I want to take another centimetre off. I wanted 1 centimetre either side, so that's my faux pas, but that can still be used. And that one again on, they'll be in different places, the stripes, so let's just go with that piece, I think, and pop that away in my scrappy bits to save. So popping that on here, that's going to go down through the middle of the card like so. We'll get a couple of those, or it can be used on a second one. I'll pop it to one side for now. So let's go with that one. This is going to be quite a simple design. I'm going to stick this one down. And it's I hate when I like both sides of the paper. It's horrible to have to glue one down, but you do get the 2 sheets of most of Stampin' Up's papers. So you've got one to use and one to ogle at and stroke. Okay, so that's on there like so. Hi Anne, nice to see you. So I'm doing the 2. I'll see how the fussy cut goes with the second one. But at least we've got 2 started. I'll put those on there. If you can hear a little bit of a, not a hissy sound, but a noise in the background, I've put the gas heater on. Our house is really cold today. I've not been in here. I've been out and about today. I've been to a network meeting, ladies network this morning. Really, really useful. Looking forward to following up on a couple of bits there. And then I've been over to see Lynn and Helen's class this afternoon. So the other day on Sunday, I cut some of these extras, and these are the ones from the papers. These have been die cut. Okay, so I've got the 2, the blue ones on there, so they would look nice on that the blue card. Just got to wake that screen up. So really we want several on here like so. No particular places to put them really, but I am going to need to grab, this is one of the ones I said about using all the edges of your paper, because when you get to straight edges like this, you will end up with some partial pieces. Don't throw them away. They can always be used to butt up against the edges. I don't think I can use it on this card. I kind of want the whole images. So let's just grab the little mini cutter, and I think I'm going to take a couple of these off here. So we'll just snip this roughly, giving them a good margin between each one. So just round through the middle there. So you've got room for the die edge. Okay, I do need to just go and grab the cutter. There we go. So I've got a hot drink in here with me tonight, and the gas fire literally right to my side, because it was so cold. So cold my nose is actually going to just give me a moment. And I say the hot drink beside me as well. There's my scissors. Gone for a Burton. There we go. So we're going to place these on here like I did the other night. I'm just going to take those half ones off. I said they won't be thrown away. They will be used. It might help if I just do one at a time. Then I can angle the die just where I want it. I think this one's going to be a popular set, you know. I think it's going to be good. Several people have seen what's coming out. So I'm just going to give that a nice even circle all the way around so that I can see where I'm going. And I need a piece of my tape. Where's my gun? Oh, dear me. There's always something missing, isn't there? I haven't had it. There it is. Didn't think I'd been over there last night. Anyway, just a couple of pieces of the tape here. The Scotch tape, that is. The Scotch tape is, it's not a Stampin' Up product. Some people use washi tape, but I find that washi tape is quite tacky and it will stick too hard. The Scotch tape is this repositionable one. It's got the blue ring on the inside, and I did buy the gun, and I showed you this before. You click it in and the tape will come out, and you just tear it off. As soon as you let go, it will cut it. So I put them on here when I'm got extra pieces. So that's a really good gadget, easy to hand, and if you have the right tools for the job, if you do a lot, That can hold anything down. It's not just for the die placement. If you want a temporary adhesive and you don't want to leave those lines behind, that's what I'm using it for. So that's the first one out. I can reuse that tape. I can leave that on the side of my cutter. I've covered my bin up. I'll put those over there. That's another one. We'll pop that one to one side because I think I'm gonna need to cut some more separately for that. I might even do one in a different colour. So I'm going to pop that on there nice and even. Use that same piece of tape. Hi Sandra. Hi Maxine. You need this set in your life. Absolutely. Like I said, it's strange. I'm not a coffee lover, but I do love this bundle. Okay, we'll put that down for a sec. Come back to the middle. So we've got this piece of mucky tape because it's now done a couple and it's been on the grotty mat underneath. So the die's gone back in the dies here. A good selection of dies. This is the mug, one of the mugs. You can stamp the mugs out and die cut that. Haven't played with that one yet. This one I could cut out in some silver foil perhaps and make that look like a shiny teaspoon. I do want to do some of the coffee beans tonight, so we will play with those. But this was just really to have, I've got 4 designs the same on here. There are more than 2 designs on here. I'm just going to keep them separate. They've got to go on the right, I think, because the cups are that side. I don't want the hearts upside down. And then these ones can come. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Well, it won't really matter. If I put them like so, just to stagger them, that's it. And then the middle bits on there are like that. You can actually stamp these as well because these ones in the middle here are the middles to go in here. So these could all be stamped. I'm just choosing to do the paper ones tonight because hopefully I'll get another card done as well. This one has got hello there, let's catch up. So I'm going to take that one onto a block. There we go. Now I've got early espresso here because it's a dark colour on there. I have got Lost Lagoon as well if we wanted to do something in blues. Let's see what we've got. No, I think I'll do this on... This is Pecan Pie. Now this is one of the other colours in the set. I haven't built up any scraps of this one yet. There's literally not many pieces of this that I've used so far, but I think that might look nice actually to have the dark brown wording on the pecan cardstock. So I'm just going to measure that on here. I want it to be about just a little bit over 2 centimetres. So if we run that through, sometimes it's easier to get it to the right length before you start, so a little bit over the 2, like 2 1/4. There we go. And then come back to here with the dark ink. So this is espresso, a piece of stray black that's just on my desk. So this is hello there, let's catch up, which is quite nice saying. So this one I'm just going to place on here. I can split that up actually. Stamp that there. On the card that they've done, I'm going to stamp it twice. I've not got that E on the end there. So I'll stamp it again. There we go. Little ones along the bottom, just need to make sure it all gets picked up. And of course, if you haven't got a full image like that one, I can just turn it over and stamp it again on the back if I wanted. Okay, there we go. So of course we have all the ink colours that we have the papers for, the cardstock for. So I'm going to cut one of those and I'm going to cut one of those like so. That's a spare one. I'll see how I go with these. So we could just, like I did the other day, I cut this diagonally because the words that we had worked well. That was for the thanks so much. So on here, so I cut through the thanks. Let's get the card back again. So you don't have to use as they appear. So here we had thanks, and I went through between the two S's at a slant angle, okay, so that it just gave us that, and I just did the same on the ends to make it match. So today I'm going to use I'm going to copy what they've done. They've done hello on its own, so I'm just going to come along there with that when I get my glasses on. Okay, and cut this one. So I can come straight along here, okay. We have got just a slight little kink around there, and then round the end. Could actually just fussy cut this, I think. Just come round there like so, and round the end. A little bit along the bottom there, like so. Just gives us that little bit of a bulb on there. And then I could use the bottom piece, but I've cut into that one. I'm just going to come along here and just do the bottom bit, the let's catch up. I am right-handed, so I've got to come in from this way. I like to do the bottom row first. My eye just works well along the bottom edge, and then to come straight up, and then to come this way along under the other letters, okay, and then straight up this side. So I've stamped it twice, but you can use the other words for something else. Then I've ended up with a hello that's been fussy cut, and then a little brick with the bottom end, let's catch up. Okay, because you can always catch up over coffee, can't you? Those bits can be used later. So let me just see what we're going to do on here. I haven't got any ribbon out at the moment to anything that will go with these colours, I don't think. I've got some... I think this one's Pool Party. I've got that one. That was a celebration item, but this was it's Pool Party, I'm sure. Yes, Pool Party on there. I think I have got a Lost Lagoon somewhere, but I'm going to use this one just for tonight, just because it's ready and it's near to hand. So I think that would go underneath there. So I could put that on there, and then I could rest the sentiments on the top of it like so. So we can cut a piece and slant the ends. I need my fancy scissors for this one. I need my my long scissors, and then I'm going to cut it at an angle. It's a really nice ribbon. This is a celebration item, and I didn't use it during celebration, but it's kind of like a little bubble. It's like it's not a flat texture. It's quite pretty, but we've still got the colours, so we can still use that. These want to be staggered, so however we want those to go. Then that's going to come through the middle. I'm going to put some greetings on there. I'll put another shade of card or something under there as well, I think. Might just put a little layer behind it. Could do some scraps of the espresso perhaps. Let's get a little piece of that out. A tiny piece. Nothing really tiny today. Okay. They're all quite big pieces in here, really. Trying to find a little bit. There we go, that one will do. So I might just mat that up on a double layer, just to make it a little bit bigger. So I'll get my tweezers. Can you see me? Oh, yes, you can see me. So I've got my tweezers. I'm just going to pop some Tombow along the back here. Just like so. And then I'm going to come across the end because it's wasting less card. So it just gives it that little bit bigger size, but it's got a double mat to it. And then the same with this one. That could go underneath a little bit. So I'll put a little matte layer behind those. And this is all good for scraps. These are quite big scraps, but they all do get used. Any little pieces that you've got, you can just cut a matte layer for. Unfortunately, I'm getting you to then fussy cut it twice, but you need the practice, don't you? I know I make it look easy. Okay, so that's coming round there. It's easier on the bigger layer because you haven't got to be so accurate because it's a bigger area. If that makes sense. There we go. So that's got a light double mat on there. And then this one will be easy because it's straight edges. So down there, along here, and end up the other side. Okay, just sets it off that little bit. It's got 2 layers on there. It looks really nice. Okay, so sweep those off. So now we're ready to build, I think. I'm going to grab some tape. I've got in front of me here, I've got the tear and tape, which is exactly what it says on the tin. You'll place it down where you want your ribbon to be. I never put wet glue on to anywhere you're going to have tape. Being liquid, it will seep through that, especially when you've got a fragile ribbon. It will just seep through and it will stay in it and it look horrible. So we really don't want that. And take your pick tool on the end here just to flick that tape off. The tape off the back, that is. And then I'm going to place this down over the top. So it's just overhanging off each end. Like I say, it's a ruche ribbon, so it's really pretty. So I thought I'd lost me a little bit there, little bricks. So I'm going to stagger these on here. I'm going to put some pads behind them. I had pads out earlier. So I've still been soldering away at my swaps to get those finished. And I think I've got my white ones in another container. So you know what? I'm going to use these tonight. I always forget to use my dark ones. But because we're not going to see these and it's dark under here, around the edges sort of thing, there's some dark on there. We'll use these. No one's going to know. Okay, so use a few of those. Do a little trio, I think. Like so. Looks like a little face, doesn't it? And then we're going to place those on here randomly. So they can come partly on and partly off the ribbon. This one up here. So it's easy to see when you've taken the backs off these. So the black ones are quite handy. It's really to be used on dark card so that you can't see any joins, any from the outside. If you've got black layers and black underneath, you're going to see the white showing through when you tilt it on its side, and that's not really a nice effect to have. So just going to randomly put those ones, keep them going at different angles. That one, and that one. So we'll have that one coming downwards, down there, and then this one will be overlapping slightly up there, like that. There's no particular placement really. You could put 4 on there. I don't think there's really any need. A little triangle it works well. Okay, and these ones can come, because it's a heart, we want the hearts to be upright, don't we? Like so. Tip those in a bin. And then we have the sentiments. So these can go in here, but I'm going to put those on pads as well, you know. As with the other pads, we do have the strips around the edge here. I have used quite a few of them. So I think I'll just stick with the ones that are little ones on here. The edges I've already trimmed down. I had some big pieces I needed. So we don't waste anything. So that can be half on and half off as well. So we've got hello, and then this one can come down here, the other side of the ribbon. Because these are very tiny, we should be okay with those. And because I take the backings off and they're going to be dark, you're not going to see white poking out the sides. It's going to work well. Okay, so like so, they're just on the back. And this can come on there. And of course, we then have those glorious gems. These gems that we had, look at those. I've got to fingerprint myself back into the laptop. There we go. These are the ones with all the little nice swirls on them. You can see on the cream ones a little bit better, the vanilla ones. They've got the little swirls on top. They all have, but because of the different colours, it's a little bit harder to see. So, because we've used the dark, I'm going to use these ones up here. I'm just going to plonk a couple on there. Put one over there. I'm going to do 3, a nice odd 3. There we go. So that's a nice little quick... Oh, I've got an Australian card. I have an Australian one. Now, I'm opening this way. I haven't done that for a long while, but we can quickly cure that. I could take them all off, but I might risk ripping some of the papers. So if I get my trimmer, just to show you how I'm not perfect either, I'm going to take this down here and I'm going to cut it along that seam. Okay, so we just pull that ribbon out of the way so it doesn't cut the ribbon. So we're on the 10.5 mark. Is that in there? I don't think it's going to go down there, is it? Because I've got some foam pads there, it's not taking that 100%. So let's just get the little guillotine. Oops, taking you off there. Oh, I haven't done that for a long while. Had to be on a live as well, didn't it? Because I've got pads on here, it's making it all quite a little bit thicker. So I just come along there gently. There we go, that's better. So I'm just going to grab another card. Is that 14 by? Yes, it is. We'll take that one. And we'll score that in half. And all we've got is an extra layer on our card, but it's good for you to see how to correct them straight away without panicking. And stick it on there. How many other people have had Australian cards in their stash? Gutted I did that. I haven't done that for such a long while. So long I can't remember. So there's my card. I will turn it up the right way and I'm just going to stick that onto the front. It's exactly the same size as that card. So make sure that card is a little bit shorter. Got that little bit of overhang, so this card must have been slightly shorter. So I'll take the guillotine as well. Sometimes when you've only got a little bit to take off, you want to use a guillotine. If you take a little slither off on a trimmer, sometimes it's far too small and it will tear. It was trying to get in here where I got these handles and things, it got the thickness on there. So there we go, that's perfect. So I'm just going to pop the adhesive on here again, my Tombow. Come all the way around there. You've done it a few times, excellent. I'm not alone. There we go, so we've got a card here. It is opening properly and I'm going to pop that on the front. Okay, because I'm using Tombow, I've got that little bit of squidgeability, so just make sure it's all nice and neatly on there. And there we go. No one will ever know, just don't tell them. There you go, get your back lined up. There we go, and our nice card, and there we go, we can open it that way. So we will need a liner in here, we need our white card. So have a piece of this, and just cut a layer to go inside. Grab a piece of those little strips that we had of the paper to do 9. I think it's 13.3, that size. Oh, that's a bit. And just see if that's going to work properly. I do like just to check the borders are even. That will do us nicely. Yeah, maybe a little bit, 1/2 centimetre off. I'll use a guillotine for that, just that tiny drop. It's just a little bit. There you go. Try it again. Make sure it fits nicely in the middle. Borders are all even all the way around. Good with that one. Okay, so those little scraps that I pulled off earlier. I'll grab those. And can you remember the paper that I had? That I said I wouldn't waste the part ones, and that's a blue one as well, so we're going to use that. Have that one coming out from the edge, and we could have a piece of this going along the bottom here. It's probably going to work well there. And I'm going to put a little piece of the espresso along the bottom as well. This is where I'm really glad that you guys can't see the craftermath that goes on behind the scenes. I'm going to do this a centimetre, I think, just over a centimetre. Everything off air, everything is all dotted around me and it does look quite a mess. So this piece here, this was one of the pieces I cut off earlier. I'm just going to pop that on there and I might even let it go to the ends. It's going to be a perfect size, look. If we want the edges to show, we can. First thing is to get this one the same length. So I'm going to stick that piece down. And I like to rough cut this just with my scissors, my snips. I'll take it a little tiny, LA smudge, little tiny bit bigger so that I've not got any shortage. You don't want it to be short. We can always snip the end off before we put it down in the card. Smudge has just woken up. She was sitting on the settee, on the sofa beside me. So this one here, I just like to turn it over and snip that off like so. Get rid of that. And then this piece is going to go in the middle. Now we can have that going all the way through the middle there. Okay, I think that's the easiest way to do it today. Of course, remember you've got two sides to your paper. So we can always use the other side if you prefer, but the stripes are on the front. So I like to keep that theme coming through. So that's just an estimate there, and it's just a nice little trim. So I'll cut that paper off as well. There we go, that one can go in the bin. So that's that one. We'll get this one into the card here. So it's just a little bit down around the inside, around the edges, and then a tiny piece through the middle. And there we go. So that's our middle. And then just to keep that theme coming through, I'm going to use one of those cups. It's got the straight edge here, so I could put that over the bottom, have half on, half off, like so. That's quite nice actually, so that that's in the corner, or we could have it anywhere up there, but I think I like it part on and off. So just put some Tombow all over there. I'll pop that just so it's covering that edge. Look at that. Isn't that nice? You've got a little bit, just skew that over a little bit before it sets too much. Right. Got a little bit of white showing on that edge. I'm just sliding it very slightly. The little tiny piece of the liner was showing there, but there's my card, and there's the sentiment, the liner inside. Okay, really cute. I like that one. And how are we for time? We've gone a little bit longer. Can I do something quickly? Another one quickly. I can do an adaptation of one. Got some more of those cut. The paper's in here. I have got some of these. I've just roughly cut out these mugs, so I'm going to cut one of those. I'm going to have a background. We'll choose a different background this time. I said about the coffee beans, didn't I? I like this coffee bean paper on the back here because that just goes with cards, doesn't it? Let's go for the espresso. Just got an espresso card. We'll cut a layer of this with just a little board around it. So that's 1/2 centimetre less. So we'll go 10 centimetres by 14.3. That gives us a nice background without having to do any die cutting. The die cuts in there are very sweet. So we've got the little coffee beans here and the dies inside. So you could stamp that in espresso onto the pecan pie card. That would look quite nice. Hi Judy. Good save. Absolutely, Judy. You know me. And a big happy birthday, my dear. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get over to you. I've been at Dereham and King's Lynn today. Hope you've had a really nice day. And you'll have to let me know if you've booked your flights yet. And whether your passports are back through. So that's just a little tiny border around the outside edges there. That's lovely. And some of these mugs that we had in this set, I just cut them roughly out first before I came on air. And I'm going to just do a little bit with this. So these ones don't have a die for them. So it's just a little bit fussy cutting. But I do like the texture on here. I'll cut round there. You know what, I'm just going to switch that fire off. Or down anyway. Because it's so close to me, I am roasting a little bit now. It's a big room to heat, but when you need heat quickly, the gas is the one to work. So I'm just going to take that, leaving a tiny little border around the outside. So this is the pecan pie colour. Oh, yes to both questions. Excellent. Okay, so I'm just taking that round the base down there. Okay, so there's one. This is a funny shape cup, but it is actually a mug or cup, whatever. So I'm going to use that one. I don't think I can do anything with that base there. Just got home. Oh, bless you. Did you, Anne, did you see the one from Sunday? Because it kind of leads on from Sunday. I'm doing another with the same set. It's my second card tonight. I'm just whistling one up quickly. Winging it as usual. It's a brand new bundle. It's in the online exclusives. So the online exclusives, because they went live yesterday, I can actually get those up and into a link for you so that it goes straight through to order. So I'll do that when I come off air. There's a second one. I like the fact they've got the different colours in here as well. I've never seen a mug this shape. It's got a little skirt on it. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a filter shape or what. I don't know. Someone enlighten me. You did. Oh, excellent. Can you hear Smudge at the door? Bless her. I think that means Daddy's gone to bed. She wants company. She does like to be with people. I think it's her age. As she's getting older, she likes to know there's somebody nearby. There we go. So 3 little mugs cut. And what should I do with these? So I've got... Thanks so much. The one I used the other night is still on the blocks. I think I might use... Well, the other one's bigger. This one's bigger. Hello there, let's catch up. We'll use that one to keep this theme going through tonight. So that's those ones. And just to give you another cafetiere, I'm going to do one of these ones. Okay. I did this the other night. It is a cute little piece to put on. Other card. So this one's an espresso, early espresso. I did the other one in black. This one's early espresso. So just want that to fit on here. Kind of wants to just slide a little bit. You can see there is a little line where the spout is actually just embossed down there. Got biscuits with that coffee. It's not coffee actually. I better drink it. It's actually an OXO cube. And yes, it does need drinking. Linda, yes, not yet. We're still waiting on the dies coming in. Everything else is there. Because when you buy a bundle, you get the 10% discount. We kind of want you to wait till you can buy it as a bundle and have that saving. The latest I remember seeing was the 8th of April it's coming in. The catalogue finishes at the end of the month. So I'm just keeping an eye out. I've got several people waiting on things coming in. So I will let you know as soon as it's in the basket. Okay, so I'm just coming down close to this so I can see where these joins are, because there are straight edges here where it fits in, where the glass fits into the top. Okay, so I'm just popping that on there. And when these cut, they actually have the detail in those, where the lines are. It just gives it that shape, and the little bit there where the handles are in, and it gives it that 3D coming around there. It's really, really cute. I hope you can see that on air. So then I'm just going to turn that one over and put some dimensionals on there. There and there. The yes, Bovril. I've been alternating. I've been having some Bovril and some Oxo cubes. We have the low salt ones, but it's just a case of trying to lessen the amount of salt intake. I know, and I think that the other ones taste, the Bovril, the Oxos tend to taste saltier than the Bovril does. That might just be my taste buds, I don't know. So I'm just putting some little pieces of this on here because I'm putting them along. I want one in the middle, just where the vellum will be hidden behind where the coffee pot is. So if I just cut some little strips, it's going to make sure that they will be okay. They'll be hidden. So I'll put one that end, and also because we've used the black as well. That's only a little piece, but I'll take that. Smudge really wants to come in, doesn't she? You'll have to wait, lovey. There we go. Get rid of those. So that's going to come on here. So a little bit like I did the one from the other night, but this is a full-size card. I've got a different background paper. The handle goes off the edge that way, so I'm kind of keeping that still that way. Okay, but just to give you a little bit of a difference, and you can see how the different mugs go. So we could stack these up around the bottom here. We don't have to have all three. We could just have a couple on there, like so. Which one do we like best? Could have that one, and that one. We could just do 2 cups. I think they kind of like, that one's just a bit wide to fit on here. So I think we can put that one flat, and then we can put the other one raised. Smudge is not happy. Bless her. So then some more dimensionals. Have the big ones on here. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. She's clever. She could just push that door, you know. So you'll still see a little bit of the fancy pattern on that one, and you just have that one over to the side, to the edge of the card there. There we go. We'll save that for another project. And the little ones here, I do love these little cups, but they're a little bit tiny. They're more espresso size compared with those, so they don't really go together well. So I'm going to go back to this one again, and I'm going to grab the this is the one that I cut earlier, but I didn't get the E, so we'll just stamp that one again. Yes, I've got several people. I've got the orders that are in. I've taken photocopies of the highlighted bits that are missing, so I'm just watching out for you. I think there's 3 or 4 of you over there, and as soon as they come in, I will message you and let you know. I don't like to take the money if we can't get hold of it. I don't take the money up front for it. There we go. That's just got to remember to put a little bit more pressure on the E at the end. So with the little trimmer, we're going to make a little banner again. So I'm going to keep this one whole today. This one, keep it nice and straight. So I'm using my straight lines down here to line it up on. So that's coming off, and make sure that the ends are even, about the same. That one's a little bit longer. Okay. So you know me, I like the banner ends. So I'm going to snip this. We could just slice this actually. If I do a slant on that one, if you want a quick idea as to how to get exactly the same angle on the other end, all you do is turn this one round, turn it over, and you've actually just pop it that way. So you've got the top and bottom level, and just work out where you want to cut it, where you want to start it, and follow that same line. So I'm cutting that odd piece is exactly the same as that piece on that end, and you chop that off. So they both go, instead of going one upright and one a bit fatter, you've got them both the same way. So that could go nicely up there like so, couldn't it? And raise that one up. So this on the back here was the one that the E didn't come out. Do we want a piece of ribbon under that one as well? I think we could, couldn't we? There's no blue on this one, but I don't see why we couldn't. Get it at the same angle. There we go. Oops, stuck that on it. Because we've got a glass mat, I'm going to stick that on there because it won't come to any harm. How will that look stuck on top of there? Just got a little bit of blue coming out the ends. I think that would be nice. So a little piece of tape again. Remember, don't put liquid onto ribbon. So place it on and tear it off. That's what it's called. Pull that off. It's getting everywhere now, look, it's sticking to me. And this one's going to go just in the middle. Keep it straight. Place it on there. The beauty of ribbon is that if you put it down and you don't like where it is, you can, the tape didn't go far enough, but this will actually hold it down. So these are ready to stick down. So we can pop that on the top there, like so. And that will help hold that in place. So there we go, we've got a little bit dimensional there, dimensional on here and there. Okay, so it's just a little bit different. You can wait for when that's in. Yes, excellent. So a little bit of a difference once this. Sorry, I've got a little bit on the bottom there. The backing of the dimensionals get everywhere. So that's the little one from the other night. Oh, get me out of the way. That's the little one from the other night. And then this is the full-size card. Slightly different, still a cafetiere. The cups have been cut, the mugs have been cut from the DSP. Got some ribbon behind there and used the 2 tones of brown. So the brown is in these papers here, and the espresso is in the top of that liquid. Okay, so you've got 2 different ones there. So that's Sundays and then Wednesdays now on there. I'll take a photograph again. It's the other one for today. That was today's one, wasn't it? So those 2 are from today. Okay, and that one's already been photographed. So I'll get a photo of those done. Oh, thanks, Linda. It is a really nice suite. It is called the flyer here. This was the one I showed you the other night. It's an online exclusive, and this is just another sample, and this is where she's cut lots of the coffee beans. Okay, it's one of these things when you get a set like this, how I tend to, just bring me up to the top there, how I tend to look at them is I die cut, I get pieces out. I've got a tray here, lid of one of my boxes, and I had lots of pieces out. Got the pieces in here and lots of the cups, so I can play with them and place them in different places. They'll never be left over because I will just put these in a cello bag now and then keep them in with the papers. So when I have a pack of papers like this, I will have a cello or Ziploc in here with all my bits in. So next time I get it out, I go back to the bits, and I can. You can't see me, can you? I took you down. So yeah, my tray here from the other night, all my bits were in here. The fussy cut bits I've just added, my blocks with me greetings on, and these were the ones I cut ready for the other day. And the flask, the glass piece from the cafetiere, got a spare one of those. So I'll put those in a cello, and they'll be in this bag with the papers. So whenever I get them out again, it's going to be in there. Alternatively, you could put the die cuts in here, because if you go to the stamp set and you want some dies, you can think, there's the cups. I've already got some. There's a bag in here, just a cello bag that you put your cards in to sell. Okay, so I've only used these 2 sentiments at the moment. I will be playing with more, and I love these cups with the inserts to be stamped manually in here, which matches these ones in the papers. Okay, so there is a lot of scope with that, and it is just playing. Get them all out and just have a good play with it. Lay things out differently, see how you feel about it. And then move them around till you're happy. You can see you've learnt from me winging it so many times. Things like this, I didn't know exactly how it's going to turn out. But the blue ribbon, it's a pool party, and this is Lost Lagoon. but the tones go, so you can play. Okay, the two brands work well, okay, as well. So thank you for joining me tonight. A little bit longer, but we've done 2 cards tonight, so that's good. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those, and like I say, I'll photograph them and I will put the link up, so if you want that suite and you want to order online, then you can go through straight away direct to the link, and that will take you to the online store. Or if you just want to let me know you want it, you don't have to, because it's an online exclusive. People get confused that you have to order it online. You don't. You can actually order it through your demonstrator. So Leslie's on here. I can see Leslie's here. Obviously, you put through Helen if you wanted that set. Just let her know, and she will pop that through for you. But I can order, demos can order them as well as doing them online. Okay. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed that again. I don't know what I'll do next Sunday. So next Sunday I'm still here. You might not get me the 2 nights when I'm in Rotterdam, this Wednesday and the Sunday the following week. So next Wednesday and the Sunday after that, you might not get me. I might just pop on with a quick live, but no crafting, just whatever I'm up to at the time. Okay, so take care, and I will see you all soon. Stay safe and have a lovely week.